Take. There we go. Let's see if that works. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. I don't know why that would be that way. There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay. Can you hear me now? All right, there we go. Turn your radio. All right, we good. Okay. So, again, let's start that over. Welcome to tonight's show. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab, and I forgot what the hell I was talking about. Damn it, man. God damn it. But I want to give a couple of shout outs to the new intro that I got going on. Shout out to my man Romy Rome. Hooked your boy up with the video footage. Shout out to OG Panda, who's the music. I got my man Thick Cut working on an intro for me. So hopefully he'll get that together for me in the next week or two, and we'll be having something even new and something fresh and something custom. So I hope that we'll get that together. He's working on that. And let's see what else. Oh, I want to also give a shout out to my wife for ironing the shirt that I'm wearing for tonight's show. She definitely took care of her brother. She always irons my shirts. Well, about 95% of the time, she irons my shirts for the show. Yeah, she's really such a good helpmeet. She gets me squared away and get me taken together, make sure I ain't rankled up and stuff on the show. But yes, thank you, wife, for ironing my shirt and tending to my badass children that are terrorizing her as we speak. Yeah, I'm glad I'm up here and I'm glad they're down there. But with that being said, I am going to get into the show, but I can't do that until I play my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yep. Tell us about it. Alrighty, so let me get this here video going and we can get to conversating. So I'm gonna tell you, I sent this video out when I saw it. I think I saw it on Facebook initially, and I saw this video and I sent it out, and I sent it out with the caption of saying, what did I say? I think I said something like, just when I thought black folks was getting it together and there was hope, I saw this. And I'm gonna tell you, when I saw this, I was really, it's one of those things where I was just like, damn, what else? I just say, it's like, what else? What else? And I was like, I really like the first maybe 15 seconds of it. I was literally just like shocked and mortified. And then I had to accept the fact that, hey, niggas do what niggas do, or niggas does, as Forrest Gump says. And I just had to accept it for what it is. And I was like, damn. But I did say, oh, I tell y'all what, don't think that just because y'all did this that I ain't gonna talk about it just a little bit. And that is why we are here, because I wants to talk about it just a little bit. And the reason why, it's because we get to a point to where we think that it's okay to try to manipulate manipulate our culture to allow certain things to take place. And that is a very, very slippery slope, or it could be a slippery pole. Either way, I don't like it. And because I don't like it, that is why I'm saying something about it, and hopes of doing something about this. Because a lot of times people may look at things a certain way when it's presented a certain way, and you may think, oh, it's innocent, oh, it's not that. But the thing is this: just because something or someone says something is innocent, it doesn't mean that it is. It just doesn't. And that doesn't make it okay. And it doesn't make it something that we openly embrace and just say, yes, I get it. Because if you look at it from this way, then it's okay. And that's the shit I'm calling out, because it needs to be discussed. And it needs to be talked about. It needs to be shamed. It needs to be a thing to where parents are not subjecting their children to this type of stuff. And like I have always said, you don't put kids in adult situations, and you don't let kids make adult decisions. You just don't. There's no way to justify that. Period. Period. It's just, there's no other way to get around it. It's just like certain lines have to be set. Certain lines are clearly defined, and that's one of them. All of this other shit that we got going on, but we letting kids pick their gender, letting them cut their genitalia off, and letting them chemically castrate themselves and all that bullshit. We need to move away from it, period, because it is not the right thing to do, and it is not the best thing for the individual, period. So let's go ahead and let's get into the show. I'm going to first show you the video, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of commentary that was done on it, and then we can go from there. So this is what I saw. And when I saw this, instantly I said, what the fuck is this? And then I just heard this in my head. Sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. That's just what I heard in my head. As soon as that, I mean, it was just that quick. Just that quick. This is ridiculous. But let's go. Hear how they added the childlike, kiddie music to it to make it kid friendly. You have to look at all of this shit, because it's like when you frame something up, it's framed up like that for a reason. It's framed like that for a reason. They got the little ding, 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 ding. Meanwhile, what do you have? Children on a pole. Mothers and daughters on a pole. Girl, maybe what? 3? Maybe 3. UFO Kamikaze said the Epstein School of Dance. Nigga, you ain't shit. They said it never gave you niggas money. I appreciate shit. No. I'm gonna I gotta mute because I don't want this music to give me no strike or no bullshit like that. But just look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look, yes, that was a little boy. Yes, that was a little boy. And they clapping and cheering him on, and yep. 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 That's what they're doing. Cheering him on. Yep. 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 Got a little boy out here on a pole. Look, and they all get certificates after they've done the class. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? They get certificates once they're done. It's just awesome. And I'm going to say this right now. If there's anybody, I mean anybody in the free world that is watching this and feel that they can they can debate the other side of this, please let me know. I will be more than happy to have that conversation and or debate about this. But I want you to go ahead and we're going to watch this part.
And welcome to The Factor. Uncensored. Glad to see you all here tonight. We begin with a big debate happening only right now. Is it appropriate for children to learn how to pole dance? Pink Pole Studio in Atlanta.
Pink Pole Studio. Oh, and let me say this. I will say this so that in all fairness to this, me calling this out, this is not just a black thing. This ain't just niggas doing this shit. It's white folks doing this shit too. So let the record reflect. This ain't just a bunch of niggas getting together doing this ratchet shit. It's white folks doing this shit too.
Is introducing the art form to kids, and it's Mommy and Me Pole Workshop. Video of one of the classes is creating a lot of buzz. Some people have been saying kids have no business swinging on a pole. In a Factor exclusive, I spoke to Pink Pole Studio owner Tia Harris. She says she has never worked as an exotic dancer, so don't think that.
Oh, so because she's never worked as an exotic dancer, that would be okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go ahead and make my statement as far as just like the home run in rebutting this, as opposed to the debate on this. No matter how you try to paint this, no matter how you try to make this into something that is not, and to say you're the one with the problem if you're looking at it that way, let me give you this example or this analogy. This would be the same thing as if I came up with a dope cooking school for children. Say it again. The equivalent to this would be as if I came up with a drug cooking class for kids. I'm showing kids how to cook dope, how to take cocaine, some vision ware, some measuring utensils, triple beam scale, putting them in the kitchen and teaching them how to cook. And the fact that, you're looking at it as though me teaching them how to cook dope is a bad thing. Nope, I'm teaching them survival skills in the urban community, and I'm also teaching them how to work their way around in the kitchen, how to get around in the kitchen. Same thing. What would be the difference between doing this and me teaching kids how to cook dope? And we ain't using real dope, so don't say we drug dealers. I ain't never sold dope before, but I know how to cook it. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just sitting here and we just taking some flour and some baking soda and we just making our own little fake dope. And we just cooking it, and I'm just showing them how it would be if they was to cook dope. Because in my opinion, it's not a lot of dope cookers in the community. And because there's not a lot of dope cookers, it makes it a highly sought after position or career in the urban community where drugs are rampant. That's what it does. So I'm teaching our children a skill that they could or could not use, because just because I teach them how to cook dope, that don't necessarily mean they will cook dope. I mean, I've been knowing how to cook dope for 20 years, but I've never sold it. So I'm not a drug dealer. I'm just a cook. We're not using real drugs, so it's nothing illegal. I'm just showing them how to get down in the kitchen and get the Pyrex vision going.
goal is not to raise the next generation of young exotic dancers. But everyone's been talking about your class, especially the one with the kids involved. Your thoughts on that, and where did you come up with that idea?
Okay, so
and your classes or your studio's much more than that. That's only
absolutely.
A component.
We're much more than that. So we've been in business 10 years. We made a decade last December. We offer everything: pole fitness, trapeze, lyra, aerial silk sling. So it's not just pole fitness or pole dancing, as they like to call it. Mm-hmm. When you say when we came up with it, you mean the kids portion or the entire?
Yes, the kids portion.
So we came up with it because it's fitness and everybody's doing it but kids in the United States.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh, shit. Well, if everybody's doing it, I guess that just makes it okay. Yeah, everybody's doing it. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh, man, shit. I can wrap the show up. Bitch, talking about everybody's doing it. What the fuck does that mean? This is the stupidity that I just despise in black folks. Man, Queen Riot. I said Queen Riot. Quiet Wyatt. Quiet Riot. I got it. Made a great statement. She don't look fit. Exactly. And that was another thing I was going to get to. This whole thing about pole fitness, it gets you in shape. Man, please. Ain't nobody gonna show me the stripper that could attest her figure to a goddamn pole. Now, yes, you do have to have strong legs and a strong core to be good at it, but bitch, this don't make you lose weight. Look at your ass. That's the same shit they be talking about when motherfuckers wear weave, talking about this is a protective hairstyle. Protected from what? I'm wearing a protective hairstyle. The box braids that I have in my head are actually protecting my hair. Even though I keep it in my hair for 4 to 6 weeks and it smells like fucking sewage and corn chips. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Even though I've had shit in my hair so long that it actually takes my hair out. It's a protective hairstyle. And people be sitting there like, right. See, they don't be knowing, girl. This bitch got me. The fuck out of here.
Everywhere else, kids are already involved in it. They're already excelling. And pole has also been recognized as a sport, and it will be a part of the Olympics soon. So we're not shying away from it. We're bringing our kids into it, introducing them to the new apparatus, and we're happy to.
You hear how the bitch didn't call it a pole? She called it an apparatus. This is the apparatus. Hey, girl, come on over here and suck on my apparatus. Hey, do you mind if I put my apparatus inside of your apparatus? What the fuck does this is the type of shit that pisses me off, because niggas act like you stupid. And they try to talk like you're stupid, and we be believing the shit, letting the shit ride. Don't be like, hold on, wait a minute, that's some stupid shit. Bitch, just because you call a pole an apparatus don't mean it ain't a stripper pole. It's a fucking stripper pole. Stripper pole, stripper pole, stripper pole. That's what it is. That's just like me telling you, oh, y'all, hey, I got a new horn, and it's this.
God. Sorry. I farted.
That's a horn that's a horn sound from my apparatus. You're going to be like, man, that's a goddamn fart. This is ridiculous. It's going to be in the Olympics. What the fuck? And here's my thing. You want to teach the kids fitness? Teach them the shit that they do in Circus Soleil, or whatever the fuck that shit is. Teach them the fucking rings. Teach them the fucking balance beam. Teach them that shit. You just got to make sure that you don't have a fucking perverted ass fucking gymnastics teacher that's going to fuck the kids. Because we clearly see that happens. Shout out to Michigan State. It is what it is. Ask Michigan State about that, motherfucker. Mommy and me pole dancing class, and you talking about it's a fucking apparatus. Bitch, it's a pole, and you're putting your children on the pole.
Allow them to go as far as they can with this.
And for those who have criticized you online saying you're sexualizing children, your thoughts on that?
They're sexualizing kids. Because when we look at this, we're looking at fitness. We're not looking at anything sexual. They're saying this is a stripper place. Kids are stripping. Those kids don't even strip. So there's no way kids are stripping. We're not sexual.
It's not stripping. It's not stripping. So I guess if you had a class that was giving children arm and wrist exercises, and part of the exercise was them to stroke a dildo, I guess we would just say, oh, well, that's not sex. They're not sleeping with anybody. They're just doing arm and wrist exercises with their hands on a dildo, but they're not having sex. How stupid can you be? How stupid can you be?
Kids are fully clothed.
They're fully clothed.
They're also fully clothed. They're not doing any dancing, any choreo. It's strictly pole fitness. It's nothing.
There is no such thing as pole fitness. They're literally trying to make some shit up. There is no such thing as pole fitness. There is no one, and I mean no one, who can attribute their fitness and would be deemed by a medical professional as being physically fit strictly by doing pole dancing, pole moves. What the fuck kind of shit is that? They're just literally making some shit up and hoping niggas go along with it. And these motherfuckers obviously are.
Something different than gymnastics, playing outside on the monkey bars. It's a different apparatus. It's just something that the people aren't used to. And we're not going to shy away from it. We're going to introduce it to our kids and allow this apparatus to take us where we need to go.
In discussing this with some people.
Allow this apparatus to take us where it needs to go. To take us where we need to go. Where does an apparatus take you? Where does an apparatus take you? Bitch, you just trying to get some money. That's the apparatus. That's what she's trying to get the apparatus to take her. We're just trying to find a way to get some money. I know hoes, and I know that hoes got kids. So I just put the two together. Mommy and me, whole dancing class. That's it. I know hoes, and I know hoes got kids. And you want to know one thing you didn't see in that video? You want to know one thing you don't see in these videos? You don't see no fathers, do you?
People, they say, why not just regular physical fitness? Why on a pole, which would give the impression that this is a pathway to a strip club for a child?
Who would think that that's a pathway to strip club?
Bitch, I would. Who in the audience would think this? Please. Anybody in the audience who would think that this would be a pathway to getting kids more comfortable and literally grooming them for stripper life? Anyone? I'll wait. How would you not think that this is fucking grooming a child to dance on a fucking stripper pole? If I have my child from the age of 3, because you can see there was clearly a 3 or 4-year-old child on a pole, They're now 14, 15, 16, 17. What do you think would happen when this 17, 18-year-old child goes into a strip club one day and sees a pole? What would someone do who hasn't been on a bike in years when they see a bike? What do you tend to want to do? What happens when you play piano as a child and then you see a piano maybe sitting just in a music store, or you see a keyboard in a music store, or you see a piano sitting in the mall, just sitting out in the mall hallway or whatever you want to call it? What would you tend to do? You see a motorcycle just sitting there. You used to ride a motorcycle. What would you naturally want to do? You're going to revert back to your childhood memories of doing that thing, and then you would want to do it. What if you need some money and you're down on your luck? Life is kicking you in the ass, and you go past Club 112 or Magic City, and you say, you know what? I could do that. I used to do that as a kid. Me and my mama used to go to pole dance in Mommy and Me classes all the time when I was a kid. I could get on that pole. Let me go on here and see if I can work a few nights.
That's not how we're looking at it. Mm-hmm. Our kids that we're introducing to it may or may not even know about what someone would do with a pole in a strip club. So we're not introducing that. We're introducing it as...
Here's the thing, bitch. They would do the same thing that you're doing with a pole in a strip club. They're just missing niggas with money throwing it at them. Right, Wayne Wallace says, yep, pole muscle memory. It's like this shit is a fucking no-brainer. And shout out to my man Billy Go Gruff, who is now a monthly supporter. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. It's a no fucking brainer. Of course they would revert back to what it is that they know, because they've been shown it as a child. Train up a child in a way that it should go. That's Bible. And I ain't no preacher, and I know that.
Fitness. And that's what our kids are trained to know. That's what they're trained to do. So people that question why not just fitness, because we want to bring this apparatus to our community, to our demographics.
You see people, that is what you clearly call propaganda. They're trying to frame it up and use that wording. And this is why I'm calling bullshit. You wouldn't be changing the wording if you didn't think the wording was bad. You wouldn't be saying, we're not going to say pole, we're going to say apparatus, if you didn't think it had a bad connotation, if you didn't think that people would frown upon it. You're trying to dress the shit up to make it socially acceptable. That's propaganda. And it ain't shit different about this little kid in that position and a grown ass woman in that position with some music in the background talking about, you know, it's hot out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. Ain't no fucking difference. Same fucking strip pole, it's just in a different setting. That's just like saying a motherfucker, oh, I don't smoke crack, I freebase. You say what?
What you say, nut Chuck? And that's a for sure right on.
If a motherfucker told me, yeah, no, man, I don't smoke crack, I freebase, my first response is gonna be,
what did you say, nigga?
No. Crack is whack. Crack is cheap. I would never smoke crack. I freebase. Yes. I'm much more dignified to I would never smoke crack, sir. How dare you? I, sir, am a freebaser. Yes. Yes, sir, I freebase. I would never stoop so low to smoke crack. No, sir, I freebase. Clearly a distinction. Yeah,
Nothing wrong with it. This isn't for male gaze. It's not for money. It's not for any of that. It's a different apparatus that's not normal, and that's why it's created this buzz. But we're not going to shy away from it.
It is normal. It's normal to strippers. Fuck is you talking about? It's not normal for children, ma'am. That's what you should be saying. It's definitely normal for strippers. It's actually one of the strippers' main working tools. What's a stripper without a pole? A stripper in search of one.
We're going to stick to it.
And has it?
They said, what about the poles at the playground? What about them? Have you ever seen children twirling around like a stripper on a pole at a playground? It's not that these kids are like scaling the pole. It's not like they just going up the pole, sliding down, going up the pole and sliding down. They're not doing that. They're doing the stripper moves. Did you not see the video where the girl was fucking spread eagle upside down on a fucking pole? All of maybe 12 years old?
Been tough on you having to deal with the criticism when you have a focused plan on physical fitness and a big picture down the road when you say it could be in the Olympics?
Yes. So, per the CDC, kids should be getting 60 minutes of exercise, children 6 to 16. With that in mind, this is an opportunity versus sitting at home on the iPad watching television. So when you say is it challenging?
Let me tell you something, and I get it. I do believe that our children need to be outside more, play more, and all of that. I'm all for it. I would rather my child be on an iPad than to be at a mommy and me pole workshop. Case in point, oddly enough, I just realized this today. My daughter came to me and said, Daddy, can you fix the my wife has a spin bike. Say, can you fix the spin bike so that I can sit on it? I said, sure. I set it up, got the spin bike together and shit, got her on there. She's on the spin bike with an iPad. She was riding the shit for like about an hour and a half or some shit like that. Wasn't doing like a particular workout routine, but was riding the bike. Now, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's proven exercise for a human being. It burns calories, gets your heart rate going, heart rate pumping. 1 and 1 equal 2. Powerful exercise. There you go. I'm not going to buy my child a fucking pole to put in her room so that she can pole exercise.
It is challenging because people would want to point out things like that versus looking at statistics and saying, hey, well, at least they are getting the kids out the house. They're getting the kids off these games and iPads.
Bitch, take them to a gym. Take them to a playground. There are plenty of places you can take a child to get exercise. They can go to one of those, what is that thing called we got here? Where it's like a full playground, like indoor. So even if it's 22 below or if it's motherfucking 108, you can take your kid to this place and they can do rock climbing. They can do gymnastics. They can do sport. They can do all that shit. An indoor fucking playground for a kid. Why not just take them there as opposed to saying, we need something different. Let's get a pole dancing class for our babies. Yeah, because that's the only way my kid gonna do some exercise. They got to have a stripper pole. Oh, we don't call it that, ma'am. We call it an apparatus. Oh, okay. Mommy and Me apparatus dance class. God damn it, I didn't mean to do that.
Children. Your thoughts on that?
they're sexualizing kids. Because when we look at this, we're looking at fitness. We're not looking at anything sexual. They're saying this is a stripper place. Kids are stripping. The adults here don't even strip. So there's no way kids are stripping. We're not sexualizing kids. Kids are fully clothed. The trained instructors, they're also fully clothed. They're not doing any dancing, any choreo. It's strictly pole fitness. It's nothing different than gymnastics, playing outside on the monkey bars. It's a different apparatus. It's just something that the people aren't used to. And we're not.
And that would be my same argument, I guess, for my dope cooking class for kids. They're not using drugs. They're not drug dealers. None of the mothers that are in this class are drug dealers. They've never sold drugs before. They're just looking at cooking in a kitchen in a different way. That's all. It's how they're looking at it, not what we're doing for the kids. Because we're showing the kids how to cook. Nobody's cooking or handling the food naked like they do in a dope kitchen. Nobody's bagging up anything naked like they do in a dope kitchen. Everyone has on gloves. Everyone's wearing aprons. We clean up and we wash the dishes, and clean everything up at the end of it. So it's not anything that's bad. Nope. We're just teaching them a skill. Urban cooking. That's what we call it. Urban survival cooking.
We're not going to shy away from it. We're going to introduce it to our kids and allow this apparatus to take us where we need to go.
In discussing this with some people, they said, why not just regular physical fitness? Why on a pole, which would give the impression that this is a pathway to a strip club for a child?
Who would think that that's a pathway to strip club? That's not how we're looking at it.
Bitch, the free world would think that. The free world would think that. Hennessy Black said, where is this business located? Because I'm reporting her. Of course, this bitch is in Atlanta. It's the only place that some shit like this could go down. Fucking Wakanda.
Mm-hmm. Our kids that we're introducing to it may or may not even know about what someone would do with a pole in a strip club. So we're not introducing that. We're introducing it as fitness. And that's what our kids are trained to know. That's what they're trained to do. So people that question why not just fitness, because we want to bring this apparatus
Look at that shit.
Our community, to our demographics. It's nothing wrong with it. This isn't for male gaze. It's not for money. It's not for any of that. It's a different apparatus that's not normal, and that's why it's created this buzz. But we're not going to shy away from it. We're going to stick to it.
And has it been tough on you having to deal with the criticism when you have a focused plan on physical fitness and a big picture down the road when you say it could be in the Olympics?
Yes. So per the CDC, kids should be getting 60 minutes.
He said that Bismillah said, couldn't she be considered a pedo? No, she could not be considered a pedo. And I'm kind of like, I really don't like the way we throw that word around. That word is grossly misused. Literally, it is grossly misused. The definition of a pedophilia is having sex with a prepubescent. Prepubescent, that means a child that has not hit puberty yet. Now, after they've hit puberty and they're still under the age, that was what you would call a hebephile. But we throw pedophile around too loosely. So I mean, just be conscious of how we use that word, because words matter. So it's like, listen to what you're saying and what you would be calling this person. It's like, even when people have called R. Kelly a fucking pedophile, R. Kelly is not a pedophile. R. Kelly would be considered a hebephile. It's a difference. And it matters. People saying the kid having sex with a child that's fucking 4, having sex with a child that's fucking 15, there's a difference.
Of exercise, children 6 to 16. With that in mind, this is an opportunity versus sitting at home on the iPad watching television. So when you say is it challenging, it is challenging because people would want to point out things like that versus looking at statistics and saying, hey, well, at least they are getting the kids out the house. They're getting the kids off these games and iPads, and it's just something we're not used to, but we're open to it. So as far as challenging, it's not challenging for us to bring the people in that we want. It's just challenging dealing with the naysayers and the evil and rude comments that people would leave on our social media. Doesn't affect us directly, but just the people involved. You know, we wouldn't want them to be affected by this, but it's not challenging for us to run this business, to introduce this, and that's what we're doing.
And how?
So here's my thing. If we can cancel R. Kelly, why can't we cancel pole dancing for children? Why can't people go to your website and put comments on there that they want to put on there? Why not? The fact that people disapprove of what it is that you're doing and their children that's involved, why should they be able to do it? Say something about it.
I have mothers and daughters, and I think I saw some boys on there as well in one of the videos.
You did.
Receiving it and embracing it.
They're all excited. We've been asked for months because this is something we've talked about doing for years, but now it's just the right time. The parents are excited. One of the moms that had her son, when she saw me yesterday, she said, my son said he finally got the opportunity to feel like Spider-Man. So that made me feel good. And it made me throw away all the negative comments and redirect my focus on where.
Not a father in sight. Not a father in sight. And if there's a father that's actually watching this, just put a 1 in the chat. If there's a father that's watching this, that would be okay, and actually take their child to do this. Take their son to go do this. Take their daughter to go do this.
We're going. The moms are receiving it well. The daughters are. One of the little girls on there, that's my daughter. The instructor with the blue pants, that's my daughter. The younger girl, that's my goddaughter. So this is something that our family is doing. This is something that we're adapting to, and we're super excited to introduce it to others and bringing knowledge.
And here's my thing to this. You 18, you want to go do this? By all means, your 18th birthday. Yes, birthday. Your 18th birthday. You want to go do this? Fine. This is what you and your girls want to get together and go learn? Have at it. This is how you want to work out? Knock your socks off. Go right ahead and do that. But this is not the type of thing you should be teaching a child. It's just not. And if we're saying this is okay, then we should be saying all of it's okay. We could teach a child fake sexual acts. They're not really having sex. They just working with the dolls. We're just teaching kids how, if they decide to do oral sex later on in life, that they're getting trained for it now. And it's fun. They're just working with different fruits, and we're educating them on fruits, bananas and cucumbers and, squashes and zucchinis. We're just teaching them young, and, it's something exciting. It teaches them about food, and it gets them more familiar for when, they may or may not decide to do that when they get older. And we have, peaches and mangoes for the boys. This is the kind of stupid shit that they're doing that she's talking about. And she's trying to fucking justify it. And the parents are excited. The parents are even participating. Some of the parents need this, and they're more into it and getting trained on it than the kids are. Marvin Law said this all started with the dancing dolls with the sexually dancing routine. Exactly. That stripper, porn star, bitch who turned child dancer, talking about DD4L, dancing dolls for life. This ain't nothing sexual. Right. And all the kids are popping their ass. That's from our motherland. Yeah, right. We ain't there. You want to tell you want your kid to be able to pop their ass, take them to Zimbabwe, and then they go live there, and that's what they go do. You want to take your kid back to the motherland so they can pop their ass? Fine, take them on over there. Take them on over there. It's a difference between being in Nigeria and Nashville. It's a big fucking difference. And I agree with you, Marvin. That's exactly why I don't like that shit, and I don't like my daughter watching that shit. Dancing dolls and all that bullshit. Nope. Would never let my kid join no shit like that. The closest my kid gonna get to fucking cheerleading is cheerleading. Like rah rah sis boom ba with some fucking pom-poms and doing the hey go team go. That's what the fuck she'll do. And she's done that. She ain't popping her ass. She ain't on no fucking pole. That's my fucking worst nightmare, to see my kid on the other that Chris Rock said that a father's number one responsibility is to keep his daughter off the pole. Well, this bitch here ain't helping. This bitch is my enemy. Who is that? I think Hennessy Black said, I would rather them be on games than pole. I would rather my kid be a fucking gamer than a fucking pole dancer. Because once your kid get on the pole, next step is going to be OnlyFans. Or the fucking strip.
Acknowledgement to the apparatus. It's just, like I said, it's just unknown.
What would be your final comments to those critics out there who are judging you and your business as you describe your family business now?
Yeah. So I don't have any comments as far as I just want to lay down facts. They said we're stripping or we're teaching.
Okay. I agree with you. Let's lay down facts.
Girls to strip. They've never seen anyone in the studio strip getting that.
You're not you saying they've never seen anyone in the studio strip. However, you are teaching them stripper who dance on poles. You're teaching them those moves. Now, my son ain't never done karate, and my son ain't never seen karate, but I'm teaching my son karate moves. What the fuck do you think I would be training him to do? How to fight using the style of karate. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Number two, they're saying the girls will grow up to be strippers. My daughter, the instructor in the blue pants, she's been doing this since she was 20. She'll be 30 this year. She's never been a stripper. She does this full time, like a livable salary, doing very well, looking to join the circus coming up soon. And it's just a pathway to a different.
So here's my thing. If she's looking to join the circus, why is she trying to join the circus at 30? 30 and you trying to join the circus? Okay, fine. Here's my thing. Why not teach them a circus routine? Looking to join the circus and actually joining the circus, bitch, that's two different things. And all them kids up in there ain't trying to join the circus. That's a fact.
To something different if that's what we want. Black and brown girls should be able to experience things that other kids experience without being sexualized. These people that
a black and brown child should be able to experience things that... Do you hear how stupid this bitch sounds? This bitch done... A black and brown kid should be able to experience... This is beyond stupid. And this just goes to the point to where a nigga will do anything for some fucking money and will try to make it seem like you... I would rather this bitch just be like, hey, it is what it is. This is what I'm teaching. People signing up. Fuck y'all. I'm getting my money. I gotta eat. Hoes got to eat too. I would rather the bitch say that than to try to dress this shit up.
that are saying stripping, they're going to be in the strip club, they're sexualizing kids. We're not. We don't see sex. We see kids doing fitness, just like a kid at a playground.
I see a kid acting like a stripper and dancing like a stripper dance. I see that as exercise and fitness. You sexualizing it. That's exactly what she said. That's exactly what she said. You're sexualizing it. No, I'm telling you, if it looks like a duck, it fucking sounds like a duck. Bitch, it's a duck. If it looks like a stripper, if it's dancing like a stripper and it moves like a stripper, I'm gonna say it's a fucking stripper. Plain and simple. This is hoes teaching hoes. This is hoes raising up young hoes. This is old hoes raising young hoes. Which basically what happens a lot in the black community when it comes to these fucking welfare queens and motherfuckers in the hood when there ain't no daddies around. It's bitches teaching younger girls to do the same shit they did when they was kids. Cause they damn sure don't want their kid to be better than them. The same shit. First thing a motherfucking mama say, shit, it would work for me. My mama did the same shit to me. Look at how I turned out. Exactly, bitch. Look at how you turned out. I turned out all right. So I got to go through the same shit you went through because you turned out all right. You don't want better for me as your child. You just want, hey, whatever happened to me should happen to your ass. Selfish, ain't shit bitches mentality right there. You sexualizing it, I ain't. Oh, so the fucking hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of men that will sexualize this, that's on them. I mean, shit, all our brown and black children should be able to walk around naked and shouldn't nobody sexualize it. I'm just saying. Also, the fact that they do, then what, bitch?
All right, Tia Harris, we want to thank you from Atlanta for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored, and we appreciate your time and explaining exactly what this class is about. So, how do parents here in Houston feel about this?
And all I'm saying to y'all is this. If it was honest and truly about child fitness, there's plenty, and I mean a plethora of other ways to do it. You don't have to do it with the strip pole, bitch. You just don't. Damaris Burton says, have you seen the video of little girls doing karaoke to Sexy Red? My booty hole, my pussy is pink, my booty hole's brown. How in the fuck can a kid perform that song? It's just music. That's niggas. That's a niggas mentality. That's niggas mentality. We'll try to justify the worst shit possible. I mean, the way you looking at it, the way I'm looking at it is just two different things. You looking at it that way.
We have a live discussion coming your way next. Back to The Factor Uncensored. We continue our conversation about pole dancing and children. The topic stems from a viral video of a class at Pink Pole Studio in Atlanta. The class integrates parents and their kids learning how to pole dance. We just heard from the owner, who insists this is strictly about fitness. Let's bring in our next guest to talk about the conversation, parent and trainer Kayla G.
And I mean, and I would take this a step further and just talk about myself for a second. This would be the equivalent of me saying that my content is for children. The topics, the language that I use. I mean, this all depends on how you look at it, because kids hear cuss words. Kids hear bitch. Kids hear motherfucker. Kids hear ain't shit. Kids hear fuck that. Kids hear boy ain't no fucking way, boy. I mean, it's just how you look at it. Clearly, my content is not for children. And I would never expect it to be. And that's one of the things that I definitely would say YouTube got right in their settings and all that shit. Yes, it should be to where my content will never be shown to a child in a feed some kind of way. The algorithm should never put my content in front of a child, because it's not for them. And I won't sit here and say, well, the apparatus that I'm using to create content should be for, anyone to watch.
And parent Demetrius Walker. So glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. So Kayla, you had a chance to see the interview and see what they're doing in that class. Your thoughts about this?
I'm for it. I started teaching pole class before I even started working out. And it's just another level of fitness. Everyone doesn't want to go in the gym and pick up weights. Everyone doesn't want to do the same thing.
And everyone don't have to go into the gym to pick up weights. There are a plethora, and I mean a plethora, of dance classes that you can take in a gym. They got jazzercise. They got, my wife does hip hop aerobics, hip hop step class. They got, what's the other shit called? I mean, there's just plenty of shit. Plenty. I don't do the shit, but it's out there. It's available. You can literally go to any reputable gym and they have different classes that are available for dance, for exercise. They do. What's that gay dude that had all them videos and shit? What's the dude name? Not Richard Simmons. Well, Richard Simmons is one. The other dude, the black dude. Fuck. What is his name? Dude, everybody was shocked that was gay. Shit. They got water. Shanti. They got water aerobics. Shanti. He's probably calling himself Shanti, but Shanti. That dude got a hip hop motherfucking DVD series and all that shit. Insanity, right? Billy Blanks. It's plenty of other ways. I get it. There's dance and there's different types of dance. So it's like, it's not like this is the only way we can switch it up. Bullshit.
It's extremely hard, and I really commend anybody who can do it. It's not sexual. It's not anything of that level. It's literally a form of fitness, and I just think that Americans tend to have a sense of ignorance about things that are foreign to them because we weren't brought up around it. But any other country, it's normal. Like the kids are doing it.
And do you see
Right, Sean. Bitch, take your kid to river dancing. What do they call it? Is that clogging? Is it clog dance? Take their ass to clog dance. Great workout. Tap dance. Excellent workout. Exactly. The conservative said pole dancing is adult entertainment, period. And just because you got kids doing it, don't make it innocent. It just don't. I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
See it like this mother saw it, like gymnastics. Something
absolutely.
That's very athletic.
No, gymnastics are gymnastics. You have the horse, you have the rings, you have the balance beam, you have even in the gymnastics dance shit, the shit that Simone Biles and them be doing, you have that. It's plenty of other exercises. You don't have to have this one. You just don't. And just because you have kids doing an adult thing doesn't make it a thing where it's now good. Ain't no fucking pole dancing gonna go to the Olympics.
That's getting your child into shape and off the couch, away from the iPad.
Absolutely. It's very hard. It's extremely hard. Like I said, I commend anyone that's able to do it because you have to put in a lot of work. It takes a lot of muscle, body strength, just focus.
Right. That'll be the day. Bitch get put on the box of Wheaties for winning the gold in pole dancing in the Olympics. Fuck out of here. Pickleball will be in the goddamn Olympics before that shit will. When you get through. It's called fucking sport.
It's everything. So.
All right,
absolutely.
Demetrius, let's hear from you. Your thoughts about this.
Isaiah, what happened to the ropes in the classes, man? Remember in the 80s and 90s, we had the rope that.
And see what a man says, what father says, what a father will say right off the bat. First thing.
You climb up, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Same type of thing. You get the upper body workout. You know, I have two nieces, you know, one is 2, one is 14. Can't imagine her being in a pole class at this age, either one of them. And so, you know, I think it's, you know, there's some things that kids can wait for. They can wait to learn. I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, pole fitness. I know women who compete, who, you know, do it for fun and win money and prizes and travel all over the world. So I know it is a sport, and I think it's a great sport. But there's some things that kids, I think, might need to wait a little bit for.
Do you think?
And that in itself is the fucking point. Ain't nobody trying to take something away from y'all. Ain't nobody trying to hate on y'all. Ain't nobody trying to keep black women down and keep black women from making an honest living and destroying this woman's business. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Thing is, there's just some things that aren't for children. Period. Period. It's just like if someone was putting together a drama club and part of the drama for kids was lovemaking scenes. They got their clothes on. They're in costume. They're just making the sounds and doing the movements. It's a part of theater. It's like you're going to be like, what? Man, get the fuck out of here. It's the same goddamn thing. You don't put children in adult situations and you don't let children make adult decisions. You just don't. And anybody that does, they're wrong.
This could be exploitation for a child or for parents who put their kids in this class. They could be sending them on the...
Here's the thing I just thought of. If a pedophile was watching this type of material and downloading this type of material off the internet and there were children dancing like this, would this be considered pedophilia? Police do a forensic scan on my computer, and I got 200 gigs of kids under the age of 12 pole dancing. Would that be considered pedophilia? They in shorts and a tank top. They wearing just wearing a little sports bra and some spandex. Dancing to some R&B, getting a workout. Would it be me just watching kids work out? Would I be a pervert? Would you consider me a pervert? Here's the other thing. You can be at the gym and there have been videos of women confronting men watching them work out. That guy's a pervert. He's watching me work out. Would this not be the same thing? Huh?
Wrong path.
Well, potentially. I mean, we have so many predators out there now. These kids are getting exposed to things on TikTok, YouTube, and it's hard to keep them off of there.
Let me take it another step further, just so I can prove to you how slippery this slope is. If this is just innocent, what if a man paid children to work out? And it just so happened to be they worked out on a stripper pole. I'm trying to encourage children to be more physically fit, so we actually pay them to actually work out at our gym. It's an incentive. Would that be the same thing? Would that be okay? Just think about it. Would it be okay for me to say, yes, I have a company called NAMBLA, and at NAMBLA, we encourage and incentivize children to be healthy and to work out. And so we pay children, boys and girls, to come to the gym and to work out on the stripper poles. Oh, I'm sorry, not the stripper poles, to work out on these different apparatuses.
And it's hard to,
That's what we do. And it helps the children stay physically fit. It promotes good health. And it strengthens them. Would that not be pedophilia or perverted or something wrong with that? Would that be okay?
Exactly know who they're interacting with and who's watching that kind of stuff. So even though the kids may have good intentions and it's innocent fun to them, there are adults out there who are predatory.
And Kayla, how do you keep yourself from being, feeling like you're under the pressure of the public if they say, this is not what you should be doing with your child?
It's not your opinion or your life. You don't have to live with what I do with my child. So you raise your child the best way you see fit. I'll raise mine the best way I see fit. I mean, I agree, we cannot control what other people are thinking, but there are predators in every aspect, in every atmosphere. I mean, you could just be sitting in a classroom and your teacher could be sexualizing you. You could.
So then why would you then poke the bear?
Anything. So if you just have that mind frame, I can't control what you're thinking.
If you're a child and you don't really know about stripping and then you take this pole class, then you want to research and figure out where this is coming from. And do you think that could lead the child down the wrong path?
It possibly could, but I feel like that's when it goes back to your parenting and your communication and openness with your child, because even with
it possibly could, but fuck that. We got to get this bag, girl. That's on them. That's on them.
The ropes, or even with aerial yoga, even with the different forms, there's a way to sexualize everything. So it doesn't matter just because it's a metal pole or it's a rope or it's a silk or in the gym with the weight. I mean, people are in the gym sexualizing. It goes every way.
All right.
And that may be true, man, but it's not kids. It's not children in the gym being sexualized. I'm not taking my kid to the gym and having them work out in front of other men or whatever the case may be. I'm not having them do that. That's the point. That's why you take your kid to go to a play park where they can rock climb. Climb the monkey bars, go down a slide. As opposed to going to a fucking dance studio to hop on a bunch of fucking poles.
Kayla G and Demetrius, thank you both for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored.
And shout out to The Factor Uncensored. Shout out to Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah Carey is his name. But that's all I'm saying. You don't put children in these type of environments, in these type of situations, because it can lead down the wrong path. I'm not going to have children in a mock drug cooking class because I don't want children to get interested in cooking drugs. So this thing that I go and do with my mom for 5-6 years at this pole dancing class, and then once I become 17, 18 years old, I'm 18 years old, and now I realize that those same exercises that I learned when I was in this class, I could actually go to a club and I could literally make thousands of dollars every night doing the same thing to music. What do you think an 18-year-old kid is going to do? Hey, you can either go work here at McDonald's for $16 an hour, or you can make over $1,000 a day at this strip club just doing those dances you did when you was with your mom back in the day. And you only work about maybe 5-6 hours. You don't have to be at work until 10 o'clock. So you had a whole day to yourself. You work from 10 to 2 a.m. and that's it. Are those strip club hours? I don't know. But I'm just saying. This is fucking stupid. And there's no way to justify it. There's no way to dress it up. There's no way to make it innocent because it's not. It's detrimental to children. And it's putting them in an adult situation. Adults go to strip clubs to watch women on poles. Why would I want to teach my child that? And it ain't nothing wrong with being on a pole as an adult. If that's what you choose to do, this is America, goddammit. But whether I approve of it or not, my own personal approval of it, that's one thing. But you shouldn't have a child exposed to that because it could be bad for them. Stripping life ain't good. Stripping life ain't never been good. Hell, you got Instagram models that's getting fucking stalked and getting murdered. Imagine what it's like for strippers. Gotta be walked to your car. Gotta have somebody look out for you when you're going into your house or your apartment or whatever. Because you never know. I guess that's just on them then, huh? This is ridiculous. And we need to take a real good look at what we're saying is okay for adults to do with our children. I don't give a fuck if they're our kids or not. And yes, like she said, it's your child. You can do what the fuck you want. I get it. But that don't make it right. And just because you change the word from pole to apparatus, don't make it right. You an ain't shit bitch, and you're fucking up the community because you're hurting children. If you was doing this and you was educating young girls and boys once they turn 18 to come to your dance studio and learn how to be on the pole and teaching them a stripper class, if that's what the fuck you want to do, I get it. But doing this with children, and the mothers are lined up ushering their kids to do this because they think this shit is cute. I can see these parents now putting their videos of their kids at stripper pole class, that's what the fuck it is, on their Facebook, on their Instagram, on their whatever the fuck, insert social media here, their TikTok, all that shit, to get clicks and likes. And I can see those children getting a following of other young children and other fucking perverts and other mothers and other girls. And then I can see them having stripper pole competitions. And then I can see them, once they've gotten old enough and they got enough niggas after their asses, I can see them then doing private parties. I can see them then doing OnlyFans stripping sessions where they got a pole in their room, and on their OnlyFans, they do stripping routines. We're teaching our young girls and our young women to just sell sex and to be whores. Yeah, that's right. Don't try to do anything meaningful with your life. Be a whore and sell sex for the early parts of your years, and then in the later part of your life, you can try to find a simp that's going to take care of you. That's the motherfucking mentality that we're teaching our women today. And they're now teaching the children to do the same goddamn thing. You can't tell me if there wasn't a law against it and it wasn't fucking illegal that these kids, that these parents wouldn't have OnlyFans channels for their fucking kids. You can't tell me that they wouldn't. These bitches ain't shit, and they will do anything to get attention, to get likes and clicks, even if it's exploiting their own children. This is an all new low here, man. That's all I got to say. This is an all new low. It's like we're finding ways to make it worse for us. Instead of taking your kid to a science class, take your kid to a fucking take your kid to something where they have to use their mind. How come the things that we're taking our kids to aren't academic related? That's all I'm saying. Please, please, please click that like button. Click the subscribe button. All of you all that's watching over here on YouTube, all 79 of y'all or 76 of y'all, please go over to the Rumble channel. It's running right at the top of the screen. Please go over to Rumble and subscribe to the channel over there. I appreciate it greatly. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show tonight. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to my man Billy Goat Gruff, who hit your boy up with a donation. He hit me up with a donation on the other show too. Shout out to Angela Harris, who hit your boy with a donation. Shout out to my boy Sugar Tunsteel, hit your boy with a donation. Shout out to Drayton, hit your boy with a donation. And to my man Chris Sykes, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I really do. And I really hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I really do. Because this shit is terrible, man. We have got to start speaking up and speaking out against this shit, especially when it's affecting our children. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace, and I'm out.